$200 to $300 per month for the low income. The new proposal that was just introduced. A big update for you right here in this video. Let's get into it and discuss all the details. But really quickly before we do, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. Information continues to change so incredibly fast right now. I'm watching everything very closely. I'm breaking it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire each and every day as this information is being announced, as it's being discussed, and as it is being released. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get right into the video. Alright, so wow, things continue to change very, very rapidly right now. If you've been watching the videos for any length of time now, you see on a regular basis I am out all the time with all these new proposals, ideas, things that are being mentioned, ideas that are being floated around by Congress. Well, just when you thought you've heard about everything, you get a new proposal. And that's exactly what I want to talk about right here in this one, because this one just came out as well, and I want to walk through all the details on this. One thing that's really cool about this one is specifically focused on the low income, and they're looking at anywhere between $200 and $300 per month. Very interesting, because that's kind of exactly what we've been looking for over the last couple of months here as well, as we've been talking about monthly checks. So anyway, let me talk you through the details on this, because just like everything, it's not quite as simple as just getting a check in your mailbox every single month, because that certainly would be way too easy. But here's the deal. As we know right now, we are certainly living through a very unique and interesting time with everything going on, not only right here in the United States, but around the world as well. We are going through a very, very interesting time. At the same time, Congress and lawmakers are also very much understanding that they need to do something for the American people. They understand that the American people are struggling very much right now, and they're trying to figure out different solutions as far as how they can help the American people. In fact, we just heard this from Chuck Schumer a couple days ago from the Senate floor. We also heard it from the president during the State of the Union address a couple weeks ago. Well, it's kind of interesting, because I think we all know the easy and fastest solution. Send us checks, right? Well, it seems like they continue to tiptoe around this idea and propose basically everything else under the sun except for direct checks. However, there may be something else coming here. Let me talk you through the details of this new proposal here that I want to talk through in this video. Between, like I said, $200 and possibly $300 per month, specifically focused on the low income. All right, so here's what it is. As we know right now, gas prices have been going through the roof. I promise, this video is not all about oil or gas prices, but it does stem from this. So here's what they're talking about. Because oil prices and gas prices have been going up so much right now, the new idea floating around is to send out the low income basically a voucher anywhere between $2 and $3 per gallon of gas, assuming that the average family and or individual spends, or what I should say is buys, 100 gallons of gas per month. Therefore, that would translate into anywhere between $200 and $300 per month per individual or low-income household. As a result of that, this is the idea that they're floating. So basically what they're calling on is a $50 billion bill to essentially encompass all the people who receive the stimulus checks, because that's how they are determining people being low income. They're basically saying anybody who received a stimulus check would be eligible to get this. Again, it'd be anywhere between about $2 and $3 per gallon of gas, assuming that you buy 100 gallons per month, which again is $200 or $300 per month. Now again, as I said, it would be in the form of a voucher. So I'm not really sure how this whole thing would fly, but basically what it would do is it would lower the effective gas price for you from wherever you're typically paying right now, whatever, maybe $4, maybe $5, and it would lower it by, again, anywhere between $2 and $3 per gallon, effectively giving you $200 to $300 per month. Now, I'm not really sure how this whole thing would work. Would they just automatically send you $200 or $300 per month? And the reason I keep going back and forth between $200 and $300 is this is the idea that they're floating around right now. It seems to me, based on what I was reading about this, it looks like they do not know what it would actually shake out at, whether it's $2 or $3 per gallon, again, $200 or $300, but it looks like this is the range that they'd be eyeing for this whole thing. So obviously, hopefully with it, we would hopefully get something more along the $300 per month range. But the deal is, I'm kind of curious, would this just automatically go out to every single person every single month who is previously eligible for the stimulus checks? Or would you have to like prove that, yes, I bought 100 gallons of gas this month and therefore I need my $300 voucher? Or do they automatically send you these vouchers and when you go to fill up with gas, you can automatically redeem these like right there at the pump or at the gas station? I'm just kind of curious. I don't know those details yet. That has not been mentioned, but they did say a voucher. So I'm not really sure how this would work, but I'm guessing considering it's a voucher, it's probably something that you have in your possession. When you go to the gas station and fill up, you probably like peel it off or whatever the means would be to actually redeem it. And then you go in and say, hey, pump 6. And then they say, okay, $20. And you say, hey, just kidding, I have this voucher here. And then you peel it off and whatever, and it's worth, say, $3 per gallon. Let's just say you have 10 gallons, it's $30 off or something like that. You know what I mean? So obviously that analogy didn't make sense because I originally said it was $20 and then $30. But anyway, you kind of get the point here. So considering it'd be like a voucher, I would assume it'd be something that you would use during the time that you are redeeming or when you're actually paying for your gas. Again, that's what they said with a voucher. So I guess that's how you would actually redeem something like that. So again, like I said a minute ago, just when you thought you've heard it all, this is the latest one that's floating around out there right now. So again, like I said a minute ago, Democrats are essentially looking for any way that they possibly can to get the attention of the American people right now. We're all struggling. We all feel the pinch from everything going on right now, and they're looking for ways that they can reach out to the American people, help people who are struggling so much right now. And just like we heard from Chuck Schumer a couple days ago, we heard from the president during the State of the Union address, they're looking at ways that they can better effectively lower the price on energy, prescriptions, and of course, like daycare for kids. So again, these are some of the things that they are looking at right now. But certainly helping us out with gas prices would help out a lot too. Now, here's one question that I have as well. And again, I'm not trying to pull something here. I'm just saying, because I'm guessing a lot of us are probably thinking the same thing. Hey, I qualified for the stimulus check last time. I don't drive, or I drive very little, or I don't drive at all. In my case, I don't drive at all. Or maybe, some kind of situation is I maybe drive very minimally. I only spend maybe, a couple dollars each month on gas, as in I only buy about 10 gallons a month. What about the rest of the voucher? Could I sell it? My point is, let's just say the voucher is worth, say, $3 per gallon. Could I go out and sell it to somebody else for $2 a gallon and capture the spread? You kind of get what I'm saying? I think a lot of us are probably thinking the same thing here. And again, I'm not trying to pull something, not trying to do something that's not ethical. I'm just simply saying, I think a lot of us would probably be looking at the situation and say, hey, I have this voucher. I'm not going to use all of it. Who says I can't just go to the next guy at the pump and say, hey, you're about to pay $100 for your gas right now. I have a voucher here that's worth $3 off per gallon. You want to give me, whatever, $50 for it or something like that? I don't know. My point is, who says you couldn't just sell the vouchers? And again, I'm not trying to say like you should do this. I'm certainly not advocating doing this. I'm just simply saying, I think a lot of us would probably be looking at different means like this. Like, I don't necessarily want the voucher because I'm not going to use it. I want the cash. Can I sell the voucher? You kind of get what I'm saying? So again, I am not endorsing doing that. I'm just simply saying I think a lot of people would probably be looking at it that way, as in, I just want the green stuff. I want the cash because that is way more versatile to us right now versus actually getting a voucher to help us pay for gas. But don't get me wrong, when you go to actually fill up your car, it's going to be expensive. It's very expensive these days, right? If it's been a little while, a week, a few days since you filled up, just be prepared when you go to fill up again, because it's going to be a very different number that you see on that pump versus what you saw a week, 2 weeks, even a month ago. It's going to be a very, very different number. And unfortunately, it's going to be a much bigger number. So, again, just another idea that's floating around out there right now. But either way, here's what it would shake out to. Is they said it would be $200 to $300 per month, specifically focused on the low income. And I did see a time frame there. They said for 6 months. So I'm not really sure if they think this gas thing is going to tame down in about 6 months. A report that I saw earlier today said that we should be prepared for elevated and very high gas prices through Labor Day weekend. By the way, Labor Day weekend is like the first weekend in September. So that's a long time from now. So anyway, just throwing that out there. But the 6 months would actually line up perfectly to that September time, to the Labor Day weekend time. So again, not really sure what they're going to do here, but yet again, the latest proposal out there right now to send out essentially the equivalent of $200 to $300 per month, specifically focused on the low income. So I don't know. Like I said a minute ago, it's certainly nice that they're coming out with all these proposals, these ideas, things that they want to do to help the people. I guess I'm just really confused why it has to be a voucher. Why does it have to be a rebate on energy? Why does it need to be all these other things? Why can't they just address the issue and just send out cash? I mean, seriously, come on, people. Like, what are they doing? They know what the solution is, but they're trying to find every other way that they possibly can to tiptoe around actually sending out a check, which is what everybody needs, versus just doing that, right? They're trying to send out vouchers for gas, energy credits, lowering prescription prices. Don't get me wrong, that's a very important one too. But I mean, seriously, cash, it's versatile. Everybody can do whatever they want with it versus being pigeonholed into, hey, you gotta buy gas. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is just the latest one floating around out there. I want to let you know what I found, so this is what I have for you as of right now. I hope you enjoyed this. Of course, I'll continue watching this one very closely, just like I do everything else out there. As I do get more information, of course, I'll bring that to you as quickly as possible. So make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward. Things are changing very, very rapidly right now. I'm watching it all closely. I'm breaking it all down in these videos, and I truly want to be here to help out in any way that I possibly can as your one and only daily advocate, as that's my dedication to you and this community. So subscribe down below, share the video with your friends, family, social media, and feel free to go back and check out any of the other 2,200 videos right here on the channel. Thanks again for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and I will see you again later in the next video.